Okay, to get straight to the point, I think this trailer is great. For me, this is the best sci-fi trailer since the Comic-Con trailers. And to understand why I find these trailers so fascinating, let's talk about my personal experience with the Transformers. As a kid, I personally never watched Transformers much, but I understood why so many fans were disappointed with Michael Bay's adaptations. I couldn't stand for more than 20 minutes watching these movies. And between explosions, annoying characters, and bad jokes, there really wasn't much in these movies. But my biggest problem with these movies wasn't in any of those things. My biggest complaint is that these movies never really understood the idea of humans interacting with Transformers. Let me explain. In all Transformers cartoons that I watched as a kid, there were human characters and they were mostly kids. And in all of these reincarnations, there was a sense of wonder. The first time those kids saw Transformers transforming from car to robot, eyes wide open, you felt it too, because as a kid this idea was fascinating, and later those kids learned about many things from their Transformers. And you still had to understand the balance between like robot characters and human characters. To understand that like Autobots were still like the main characters. And you still had to understand the balance between Transformers and human characters, and like to understand that Transformers are still the main thing, like the main characters. And this is the thing that Michael Bay really never understood for me. He made Transformers into this giant action franchise with robots having war in the middle of the New York, and every man and woman on the planet knows about them. And I don't have a problem with characters being adults, but with adults, the sense of wonder I talked about is harder to achieve, and I have a feeling that Michael Bay didn't even try. Long intro, so now to the main thing. Mystical bond between the man and the machine. This sentence has so much more power in this trailer. It was in the last Bumblebee trailer, but this trailer has the same message, so just to clear up. And then in the first Transformers movie. That is the biggest thing for me in this trailer. Relationship between Bumblebee and this girl is the heart of the movie. The sense of wonder I talked about is all around this, is present all around this trailer. When Bumblebee transforms for the first time, you see it in her eyes, the wonder. She and Bumblebee are both scared, but she's fascinated by this creature that she just realized has feelings and that it is only hers. You see that buying a car on her birthday was a big thing for her, but now it is so much more. She made a friend. That it just happens to be a robot from another planet. Later we see the more of their relationship, even Bumblebee meeting like friend, boyfriend character, and the scene of these two just casually raising their arms out of the car with no one on the wheel. It's strangely appealing to me. Everybody in some point of their lives wanted to have a car, and the total sense of freedom is what I really liked in that scene. Also, the 80s setting is really helping that, like the setting the tone of this movie. But the thing I was most surprised with was the design of the Transformers. Michael Bay's Transformers looked like the mess of metal parts and they were cool, but I said it, the mess. I couldn't see from what the vehicle they were transforming, and even worse, difference between Autobots and Decepticons, other than Bumblebee and Optimus with their recognizable colors. It was very hard to see who is who. But here they really went back in the time with the design. Generation 1 Transformers back precisely. This bricky design of Autobots where you can see what vehicle they could be before transformation, and where you can clearly separate villains from heroes. Soundwave looks phenomenal, but with the Bumblebee, at first I was like, how can make such a cute thing badass? And then I see his mask form with blaster and I basically ate my words. He's just perfect, especially perfect compared to this, and like action also looks really good. It is apparent that Michael Bay isn't directing this, nothing against the guy, but this movie is so much smaller in its proportions. Here we have Autobots and a girl trying to escape from military and like free Decepticons, but there we have a evil planet trying to eat Earth or something like that. I didn't watch last night, but this is what I got from the trailer. So Bumblebee looks like a heartwarming movie and the Transformers movie that its fans always wanted. I really didn't care about it when I heard they are making it, but now it is one of my most anticipated blockbusters for the rest of the year. I hope you enjoyed this trailer. See you next time. Bye.